Location and Evaluation of Resources by Aarthy, Atiya and Umber. Introduction. In this presentation, our group will be discussing the subject of location and evaluation resources and why the collaboration of teachers and parents are needed to create a more enhanced learning experience for the children. As we further elaborate upon this presentation, we will be diving into the many factors included within this topic, such as the challenges, analysis, and the collection of resources that are initiated for a better understanding of location and evaluation resources. 5 W's. Who? Early childhood educators, parents, guardians. What? The use, knowledge of digital technology. Where? Online school, in-person school. When? During the pandemic. Why? Enhance child's knowledge in digital environment. The thesis statement for this project is that educators and parents are collaborating to incorporate technological knowledge and resources to enhance the child's learning in a digital environment in early year setting.
Here are some of the keywords and phrases that we used in our research process. Let's look at the figure taken from 3.2, the Research Process 2018 of AEDT 3110U course. When beginning to gather resources, our group encountered challenges when locating, selecting, gathering, and collaborating. The locating stage refers to finding a variety of resources from a variety of sources. The selecting and gathering stage is collecting or choosing information that is appropriate for the topic and then gathering information using internal organizers and conventions of the text. And then the last stage is to collaborate within the group to share findings and ideas. In the coming slides, we will identify the specific challenges we faced as a group at each phase of accessing resources as well as critically analyzing potential room for improvement. To begin, in the location phase, one of the challenges our group faced was not having access to the full documents we found. Some platforms contain resources that were not free and are unavailable through students' accounts. Some would require to put our personal information to sign up for the subscription. Another challenge we faced was in regards to duplication of resources. We found that many of the same resources would appear on the databases we searched, or when asynchronously looking for resources, we would realize after that more than one group member had found the same resource. In addition, our group only used Google Scholar and Ontario Tech University library databases that may have decreased the number of results yielded. Lastly, in location phase during searches, lots of information came up and therefore we needed to be more specific with the keywords. When analyzing our locating phase challenges as a group, we determined that we could break down the research process by glancing at the resources abstract, introduction, findings, and conclusion instead of reading the whole article. This skimming through the key points and information will help us quickly determine if the source is reliable and relevant to our topic. Even for the articles that are not fully accessible, mostly abstract is available to read, which will help us find new ideas for research or generate new phrases and keywords. Additionally, we could have expanded our search by using more databases like Sage References Online, Community Library Databases, Google eBooks, and ProQuest.
When gathering and selecting information, it's important to select the most relevant and useful research. When there is a lot of resources, it's hard to choose only a few to include. Finding relevant and recent information can be hard as well when the topics include education and parent or caregiver, because technology is so recent, but research on education has been around for a long time. Another challenge faced during gathering phase were finding studies based on a variety of countries. However, we wanted to focus on research specifically conducted in North America. We also found that there was not much data available for educators and parents of children in early years. When gathering information, we may overlook relevant information when there are lots of resources to look through. There may be more relevant research that could have been found, but it was not looked at or found by us. Finding the right method to gather research is also a challenge. Organizing the content found can be challenging when we have to eliminate some of the resources from an overwhelming list of resources. Some things that could have been done differently in the gathering and selecting phases would be, if there are lots of information and research to choose from, creating an idea matrix or matrix analysis can help in eliminating unneeded research and keeping the most relevant ones. Using an online research documenter such as AO Docs can help keep track of the resources. Formulating a keywords list with words that aren't on your main keyword list to narrow the search will also help narrow the search and the content.
Collaboration phase. Challenges. There is a lack of information and research studies involving technology barriers with parents in an educational setting. As majority of the digital technology usage has started in 2020 due to COVID, currently there are no workshops, programs, or educational information given out within this research. The majority of data we can find is by personal information. This can be known as information bias. Information bias is that most of the data was not measured in research setting. Critical analysis for improvement. We can find studies on how parents react to certain situational transitions and changes within an education lens in other aspects, not just in a digital setting. This can allow us to understand the parents' feelings of transitions in any circumstances. For example, we can research how parents felt when laptops started being used in classroom. It was a digital transition, and we can assume that parents may have felt similar reactions towards the change to online learning. The teachers also need to do collaborative action research among their peers and colleagues, so they can find gaps in their practice and can improve those gaps and help parents in the different situations.